Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Attila, where I am playing as Western Rome. And, well, the reconquest continues. In the last episode, or last stream, we continued our assaults on Gaul. Or do we just solidify them? No, I think we actually did most of the conquering in the series before, and this time we were just solidifying against the counterattacks. We've made peace with the Geats up here. We're still at war with some of the other Scandinavians up in the north. The British have declared war on us again, but we do have two navies patrolling the English Channel, and we just dealt a massive blow to the Abdanian fleet. I think they were like 6,000 men defeated by one fleet. We did lose most of the ships. In fact, one survived. We retreated the general. So he needs to rebuild, but Rotomagus now has a level 3 military wharf, so you can build the most up-to-date military vessels that we have access to. Meanwhile, in Italy, what was essentially just kind of a, oh, I wonder if we can attack this, has actually turned into kind of a full reconquest of Italy. We've taken Syracuse, Rhegium, and most recently Tarentum, and we are still kind of pushing north. The next target is, well, if we don't rebuild the city here, possibly Rome. So that's kind of interesting. Meanwhile, we are still at peace with the Huns. The Huns have finally left Bordeaux and started to move further east. I suspect that's because, one, Attila is around now, as of 2 turns ago, and he is currently active over here. And his current target seems to be the Eastern Roman Empire. I mean, there's quite a few little blotches in their territory now. They're definitely suffering at the hands of the Sassanids and all of the other eastern nations. So, yeah, Eastern Empire is kind of acting as the bulwark, allowing me to reconquer and revitalize, re-establish the Western Empire. And we might well be able to pull it off. Meanwhile, Africa has launched an invasion, managed to take Constantinia off of the Eastern Empire. But we have our own armies in the south, well, own army in the south, so we'll actually be able to take, sorry, not Constantina, Caesarea, which will allow me to finish this entire province, which is something I've been struggling with for a while, because not having the main capital meant that public order was a big problem there. So, yeah, things aren't currently looking terrible, which is really nice. Meanwhile, we have discovered that spies actually need to be level 2 before they can actually deploy and do what they usually do. So we sent our spies off to go and do their corruption reduction, that was it. And then it was like, oh, we can't actually do that. Okay, we'll turn around and we'll go and attack some stuff if we have the money for it.
How may I serve you?
Yeah, we'll see. You are level 3. You are at least leveling up, so we're going to grab the... Where is it? Corruption reduction, there it is. And the industrial increase. And let's just make sure that these guys are moving. If we have money to do the agent assaults, we will do so. But I'm not necessarily expecting that we will. Because rebuilding my fleet is definitely the most pressing thing. Okay, so we have a priest who's about to appear in Corrales, which is great. And you can deploy there and start improving the public order here, so we don't have to deal with negatives. You're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. Okay, Smitherman. I could use you to support the invasion of Italy, but I think actually you are going to be better used supporting the Zilver army. So Zilver needs to go and destroy this. They've raided and destroyed Tingis twice now. I'd really rather not lose those territories, so we'll probably turn you around, have you chasing after them. Unfortunately, can't quite reach. They're very good at just standing just outside of my range. It's really quite irritating. But you should be blocking access to Tingis, hopefully. And then once we've dealt with the rebels here, we can turn around and we can launch an actual attack against Caesarea. And I think we'll probably send you to go and support that effort. Because I believe... No, those were rebels. They weren't Africa. This is Africa. So Africa still has the army, which I think is in Carthago or Hadrumentum. Or did we just defeat that? I don't remember. No, I don't remember. Meanwhile, we have the army here in Tarentum. We could go after Rome. Rome is tempting, but we need to stay and we need to hold this area and stop more rebels rising.
Yes.
That is a significant concern. You don't have a huge army. What I would kind of like to do... No, we're not going to. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to set up my other force, so what we're going to do is we're going to attack you. You are getting You're not getting reinforced by the Navy. What the hell?
Retreat!
Really?
Fleet reporting.
Navy is right
Ready
there.
for battle.
No, you're not. Bugger.
Ready for
What
orders.
if I put you here?
At your command.
Nope, still not. Alright, well, you're going to stay in the city in that case, and probably build some
We need good
Commandant
fighters.
because we need the garrisons.
Ready for battle.
You're going to stay in Tarentum to hold off any of these guys coming in. And you may as well force march into Syracuse and make sure we don't lose that to Africa.
That's it.
Outmaneuvering the player is one thing that Total War AI is really good at. Yeah, you can say that again. Alright, Warbird. You can certainly go and do some more damage to their fleets. Unfortunately, I deployed my fleets just a little bit too far apart, so they weren't able to support each other in that battle. But we should be able to wipe them out, I hope.
Hard on the oars, you men.
Yeah, let's have another ramming session. Murder! While that's loading, time for some tea. Wow, those guys have got quite a lot of experience. Nice. It's like they've maybe done this before. Does the Navy need a beach and land to reinforce? Maybe they do. I didn't think so, but yeah, apparently. Start deployment. Alright, so I think we're going to have the general back here. Further back. Really don't want you dying. Then you lot over on that side. You lot over on that side. And we're going to turn you kind of like this. Like that. Come on then.
The Lord
The White Cliffs of Not Dover.
we are hunt rather than a battle. But though we are braver than our foes, remember that a cornered rat can still bite. Now, await your orders.
Let's see what we can do, eh? Go. A wild Admiral Yi appears. This is Admiral Saturnus Calvinus. Although having an Admiral Yi would be pretty nice. Granted. See if this pincer gets them. Because usually we have the problem where our ships kind of batter into each other as they're trying to find their targets. I'm hoping, because of the angle, that we can just kind of squish. Although some of them might well try to slip through and get my admiral, but I'm hoping that these two end ships... Yeah, it looks like they've seen the threats. You should probably go for that. You should probably go for that.
Understood. Ready and awaiting. Ships ready. Advance now. Yes. A ship is being assaulted. Cast them back. The enemy are losing their advantage. By your command.
But
Ships waiting.
who's left? You
Their
and you.
general has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer!
Really? You managed to catch us?
Understood. Ships ready.
It's just all so satisfying. Ah, back up, back up! Bye! I like the panicked alarm bell at the end as well. And there it is, victory is ours. Huzzah! We took 7 losses. Satisfying. Boop. I don't really need the replenishment, so we'll take the money, thank you. Oh, and we leveled up. Magnificent. The Navy leveled. Ammunition replenishment sounds like a wonderful plan. So you need to head back to Rotomagus. And in fact the Admiral got to level up, so we'll do that and then that. Wait, you're the tax guy. We'll come back to you. Because I believe we just replaced the Aquitania person with a research. So what I'd kind of like to do is have you take over command of this fleet. Because having the tax rate guy is even better. In fact, having a relentless attacker would be better. Let's go with the relentless attacker here. You're in charge of that fleet. Then we've got... Oops. You, who will replace Aquitania when you arrive back home. Then the Aquitania guy can go somewhere else. It's not a problem. Marvellous. We do need a little bit more money, though. Right. No, you're here to stop them rising up. That's fine. You are doing much the same thing and have, in fact, whoops, leveled up. That was clicking away at the wrong thing. That and that. Although, actually, you do need to get some equipment. What I'd really like to have is a bonus to public order. Like that one. And you are definitely a spear army. Equipment and upkeep. And this should just be armor for the garrison commander. Now, did you have equipment? That I don't remember. Yes, you do. Good. Right then. So you are currently guarding Avaricum. Do I need you guarding Avaricum or not? I mean, it does have a ridiculous garrison. Turonum was recently assaulted, so I think you should probably actually be guarding Turonum right now. Just to make sure that we hold on to it. Neon staying put there. Marshal Slav, you are replenishing your forces. And we'll need another Dalmatia. Basically, I just need money. Money, 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 money. You definitely want to be recruiting. I mean, I could use you to attack them. Then that does leave Tarantum rather open to assault. I'd rather not do that. Now we'll leave you where you are.
Commander.
In that case, I think that's the end of this turn. I have a lot of public order issues coming up. That's because the temperature has changed. Do I have household items for the Admiral? I'll check that later. Oh, you know what? The army which was in Avaricum could go after those two and kick them out of the country. That would probably be better use of them, actually. Alright, what are the Huns doing? Yep, leave my lands. Get out. It was such a good decision paying these guys off.
Your wisdom is renowned, and surely God himself would see that an attack on these people is necessary.
God himself might see that. I don't. Although 4,000 is tempting. Granted, you've got me there. Angles, Thuringians, Aran. Causing problems inside of Anatolia. Does Eastern Rome still have like 1 million fleets around Crete? Or 1 million armies around Crete, just sailing around it in circles? Africa. That was an African army. I thought that was a rebel army. I'm still not repairing this place. I have a feeling this was I'm just talking to myself. No, you have just looted it again rather than taking it. But you are now right next to my army there. I kind of wish they had taken it, because then they would have had a, like, almost entirely ruined city. And then they would have been defending it, and it would have been a slaughter. Greasing the wheels. Loyalty comes from many places. Influence from Maria, +2 loyalty. Yes, large pride. +3 for you. Keeping those guys, sweet. Perfect. And once again, you did not take it.
For orders. To battle.
Oh, what's that? You don't want to stand and fight against the professional army? Why would that be? I'm fighting this one. So they do have some artillery, which I'll need to look out for. They only have the 1 cavalry, and I've definitely got range superiority. Start deployment. Hills in the way. Alright. So let's put our artillery near the front. With the Ballistari just in front of them.
Yes, Commander.
With Armagari Defensoris in front of them. Let's spread you out a little bit more. You should be able to hold your own. And you two form up here. You two form up here. Boss man here. And the cavalry will stick over there. Perfect. And then let's use the cavalry to find where their cavalry is, and then shoot them.
Our foes are simpletons and bumpkins. Truly, the enemy have emptied many villages of their idiots and sent them to die at our hands. General! By your command! Warriors of Christ! Artillery at your command!
You can reach up to this. Okay.
Equites del Marte! Loose formation!
There's their
The enemy
troops.
draws near!
They are advancing on us, so we're going to be able to nail them as they come up here. Okay, cool. Put you guys out a little bit back there.
Equites del Marte! On the go! Equites del Marte! Riders, advance! Commander! Stop now! Equites del Marte! On the go! God save us!
crossbows up a little bit. These guys are basically impervious to archer fire, and these lot will be in range very soon. There they go. Those of you in range, well. Charge.
Heaven can wait!
Quickly now! Riders, at the double! Equites del Marte!
Really, you're charging into spearmen? Just head up. Oh, alright then.
God give us strength!
Don't stop. Charge.
Attack their positions! Swift melee cavalry!
That was their general. That's fine, we'll just run straight past him. It's not a problem.
Riders at your command! Equites del Marte!
Riders, advance!
Nah, I don't particularly fancy
Unit
fighting
issues
them.
all available ammunition!
Let's go that way.
Advance at speed!
You go after those archers. Wait, how are we doing? I can tell you to charge in. You attack there. Go.
The battle is turning in our favor! Equites del Marte!
Because these guys are so slow, I'm just going to keep running circles around them.
Warriors of Christ! Advance at speed!
Advance at speed!
Put them down.
Now!
Melee troops awaiting orders! For glory! We march! Equites del Marte!
Turn around. Let's murder, murder, murder.
Palatina guards! Obliterate them! Engage! Charge!
The camel's just like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna put my up my hands and just go like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Completely outmaneuvered him. That felt good. Me outmaneuvering someone with cavalry, that doesn't happen very often.
Missile infantry at your command! Back! Back now! Loose!
Did very much damage to them.
At the double!
Oh yes, we did. Hold your fire. Alright, let the cavalry do what the cavalry does best.
Equites del Marte!
Actually, you know what? Let's bring...
Advance at speed! Armigari defense orders!
That was a massacre. That was a great massacre. Oh, that felt good. I'm going to bring up my crossbows to go and deal with their general. I think they've earned that. Cavalry just to head up to the other end of the map. Dead, dead. See, finish these guys off. Though there's not really much to finish off. Unfortunately, it looks like this unit might well escape. Although they've already run away once, so they can't run again. They've had their one time to run. This was an absolute massacre. I'm still a little bit stunned with just how well that went.
Godspeed good! We are moments away from victory!
Oh, we actually killed them. Wow, you caught them. That's actually impressive. Nice.
Double time! And the double!
Who's going to get them first? The crossbows or the cavalry? Probably the cavalry. Actually, I might just tell you lot to hold off. We'll just shoot them in the back. Because my crossbows are moving faster than they are.
Missile infantry!
This is almost cruel. But considering the amount of damage they've done to me, I feel vindicated. That's a big nope for you. Massed Roman cavalry, not something you'd often think to hear. How do my units compare to the ones I am and will be fighting? Is there some kind of unit, super unit I'm attacking for? Well, apparently the really high level Roman cavalry is supposed to be really strong, like basically early knights. I'm curious to see what those are like, but whether we'll actually get that far, I don't know. They are a long way down the tech tree. Getting some of the Herculoris Senioras, which I think are like... They're the units that I really want. They are basically the high tier Nouveau Legion. Heavily armoured, big shields, slow moving, but just an unstoppable wall of death. Rather than the Armagara Defensoras, which are more lightly armoured. They don't have particularly good shields, they're very vulnerable to archers. But they do a lot of damage. But I think the Herculoris Senioras are going to be more like what I want. And apparently there's another tier of spearmen as well above these, which I haven't got yet. In fact, we'll have a look at the tech tree in a minute, and we can see exactly where everything is.